Hello and happy Thursday. Welcome to our downtown Phoenix studio. Let's get down to business here. We're talking sports. Today on Cronkite Sports Now, we take a look at Arizona and the NFL Combine, an update on spring training, and a foundation made by players that's giving back. These Grand Slam stories and more coming your way on Cronkite Sports Now. Good afternoon, I'm Bree Peters. Spring training is in full swing as teams throughout the Cactus League prepare to take the field for another day under the Arizona skies. But before we get to today's Cactus League updates, let's tackle a different turf. For the athletes who have dreamt about making it in the NFL, this week is their chance to begin that journey. And after 2 days of answering questions and meeting with teams at the NFL Combine, they finally get a chance to strut their stuff on the field. Our own Brady Klain is there to look at how a few former Sun Devils are living out that lifelong dream.
All eyes are on Indianapolis this week as college football players from around the country have flocked here for the NFL Combine at Lucas Oil Stadium. Among the players are 4 former Sun Devils, running back Eno Benjamin, wide receiver Brandon Ayuk, punter Michael Turk, and offensive lineman Cole Cabral. While on-field workouts don't start until tonight at Lucas Oil Stadium, the wide receivers, quarterbacks, and tight ends took to the bench press stage last night to see how many reps they could do. Brandon Ayuk, the former son of a wide receiver, got 11 reps of 225 pounds. As for the other players, formal interviews have already been taking place with teams. Eno Benjamin met with the Arizona Cardinals just the other day and said that he would love to play in the Cardinals system alongside Kyler Murray and guys like Larry Fitzgerald. As for the Cardinals and their 8th overall pick, ESPN's Mel Kiper tells me that he could see the team going with an offensive tackle to protect their new franchise quarterback in Kyler Murray, or an exterior wide receiver, an outside wide receiver, to get a new weapon for Murray, and those names could be Jerry Jeudy from Alabama or Murray's college teammate, CeeDee Lamb from Oklahoma. It's going to be a wild ride for these 4 Sun Devils and for the Arizona Cardinals and their fans as the NFL Draft is just under a month away. From the NFL Combine, Brady Klain, Cronkite News.
The big question is, will the Arizona Cardinals keep their 8th overall pick? Find out who will be the Cards' lucky guy as the draft heads to Las Vegas on April 23rd. Take me out to the ball game and take me out to the crowd. It's a beautiful day for baseball in the desert as the skies are as blue as can be. Let's start our coverage by throwing it to Kirsten Korntz, who's out in Maryville talking all things Brew Crew.
Thanks, Bree. I'm out here at the American Family Fields of Phoenix with the Milwaukee Brewers. After being hit by a pitch in the middle of his right knuckle on Monday, catcher Jacob Nottingham received quick treatment for the soreness and made his 2020 spring training debut yesterday behind the plate against the Giants. The Brewers rallied in the 9th inning and tied it up at 3-3. Now let's throw it over to Lauren Koval, who's at Salt River Fields with the Colorado Rockies.
Left-handed pitching has never been something the Colorado Rockies have excelled at. 2 years ago, Kyle Freeland was a Cy Young candidate. Last year, he took a trip down to AAA. But he's back with a new delivery and a new stance. Today against the A's will be Freeland's first start with his new delivery as he looks to make an impact on the regular season. Now we head to Scottsdale with Brandon Jensen with news on the Giants.
In the entryway of the Giants clubhouse, there's a whiteboard. On it, every game of the spring training schedule. They use it to recognize a base runner boss of the day. It's all part of the Giants' efforts to push aggressive base running, to become a faster team that puts more pressure on defenses. Sometimes it results in a run or an extra base, but sometimes it costs the Giants an out as well. Manager Gabe Kapler has said that it's all about testing the limits and doing things you wouldn't normally do in the regular season. Keep an eye out for that as the Giants travel to Peoria today to take on the Mariners. Now we're sending it to Mesa, where Alberto Ramirez is with the A's.
After opening spring training with 5 straight losses, the Oakland Athletics bounced back with the win over the Arizona Diamondbacks 16-3. Catcher Jonah Heim added 3 RBIs, and All-Star Matt Chapman even helped out with the home run. The A's will look to continue the winning momentum against the Rockies today here at Hohokam Park. Now over to Zach Gelman, who has the latest news on the Royals in surprise.
The Royals went 1 win and 1 loss, but the big news coming out of the organization today is the club agreeing to terms with 8 players. In an attempt to bolster that bullpen, pitchers Chance Adams, originally from Scottsdale, Foster Griffin, Randy Rosario, Jorge Lopez, Eric Skolin, and Josh Stalmont agreed to major league contracts for the upcoming season. Infielder Ryan O'Hearn and outfielder Brett Phillips also agreed to terms as well. Due to the team policy, the details of those contracts were not shared. Now let's send it back to the studio with Brianna.
One other note from around the Cactus League. Yesterday in Milwaukee, 5 Miller Brewery employees were shot at the factory. The Brewers took to Twitter this morning showing their support for their home stadium sponsor by saying, "We may be here in Phoenix, but our hearts are in Milwaukee." From Milwaukee Strong to California Strong, recent tragedies across the state has a group of professional athletes joining forces with the Southeast Ventura County YMCA to create California Strong. Cronkite News reporter Kristen Corns headed out to the Milwaukee Brewers spring training camp, where 2 California-based superstars talk about their roles with California Strong.
Brewers stars Ryan Braun and Christian Yelich felt the impact of 2018's massive Southern California Woolsey fire firsthand.
I live in Malibu in the off-season. Christian Yelich is in Malibu, Mike Moustakas is in Malibu, Jared Goff is in Calabasas, so all of us were actually evacuated because of the fires.
Tragedy struck across California during those opening weeks of November 2018. As the Woolsey fire raged in Southern California, the Camp Fire ravaged the northern portion of the state. And in Thousand Oaks, a gunman killed 11 people at the Borderline Bar and Grill. Braun and Yelich, along with a small group of other professional athletes, felt compelled to do something to help their state. They established California Strong.
Conversation started just checking on each other's well-being, trying to find out if our houses had survived, and then we pretty quickly recognized the magnitude and significance of what had happened, and the goal was just to kind of use our platform, use the network of people that we have and know to be able to help people get back on their feet.
California Strong recognized Californians' needs for immediate financial assistance following the recent disasters.
The response and the support we received from the community, from other athletes, actors, musicians, it's been incredibly overwhelming.
Since its founding, California Strong has helped distribute over $1.4 million to households across California, and over 650 families have received grants.
It's been a big part for a lot of people out here, so it's been a good 2 years with it. Hopefully we can keep it going.
I mean, there's very few things in life that are more meaningful to me than being able to give back, being able to help people in times of need.
California Strong sets out to not only help California residents in need now, but for months and years to come. In Phoenix, Kristen Corns, Cronkite News.
California Strong is actively continuing its mission by selling a limited edition shirt where 100% of the proceeds will be given to the families affected in the tragic helicopter crash that killed Kobe Bryant and 8 others on January 26. Time for a quick look at today's Cactus League schedule. Madison Bumgarner will be pitching in his first game with the Arizona Diamondbacks today against the Colorado Rockies. Seattle Mariners will square up against the Milwaukee Brewers. Tim Lopes will be looking to continue his torrid start. Lopes doubled twice Wednesday and is 5 for 5 with 4 doubles in 2 games this spring. And before we get out of here today, a huge game for the ASU men's basketball team in California tonight as the Sun Devils put their 7-game winning streak on the line against UCLA. The Bruins are half a game behind the Devils in the Pac-12 standings. Tip-off is set for 9 p.m. That does it for today's edition of Cronkite Sports Now. For Arizona sports stories from around the valley, visit the Cronkite Sports tab on arizonasports.com. And as always, for top Arizona news stories, head on over to our website at cronkitenews.azpbs.org and be sure to tune in at 5 p.m. on Arizona PBS for our nightly newscasts. From all of us here in the Phoenix Sports Bureau and out and about at spring training, I'm Bree Peters. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Cronkite Sports Now. We'll catch you tomorrow, same place, same time.